I think Russia invading Ukraine is a really bad idea. First of all, Ukraine very clearly does not want to be invaded for very, very obvious reasons. Most of Europe doesn't want it to happen because they do not want to be drawn into a war, but also they rely on Russia for most of their natural gas. An invasion of Ukraine would likely cut that supply off in the middle of February. The last thing the Biden administration wants is a land war in Europe that could possibly draw on NATO forces and force all kinds of foreign policy choices they would much rather not make, and possibly send global energy prices through the roof, shockwaves for the stock market, especially in an election year. There's even been reporting that some Russian officers are worried an invasion would be a bad idea. And honestly, I know it's not an apples-to-apples situation, but it does kind of remind me of early 2003 when the U.S. was mounting its forces to invade Iraq. And millions of people across the country and across the world took the streets to protest the possibility. And foreign governments of allies and intelligence officials in the U.S. and abroad warned this was a terrible idea. Masha, I guess I'd love to start with just what you saw when you were in Ukraine on this reporting trip amidst this strange kind of imminent anxiety that I think hangs over the nation. This point about the fact that there is an ongoing hot shooting war in the Donbass, in the eastern regions of Ukraine, I think is key because it speaks to me about what is so strange about this moment and why this seems such a disastrous moment, possibly. For his sake, we now have to do this thing. We threatened missiles, and now we have to fire missiles, as if, like, you could just not, right? And that these things take on, military intervention takes on its own kind of inertial logic,